So we know that Spider-Man 3 is coming out July 16th, 2021. But what can we expect as far as a villain and a plot? I would assume it's the Sinister Six, since previous films have been hinting at them. But we may have some new insight as to what we are getting, and the introduction of a new villain for Spidey. The third installment will pick up after the events of Far From Home, where Peter's identity has been outed by Mysterio, and he was labeled a murderer by J. Jonah Jameson. This is the first time we will be seeing Spider-Man as his own hero, without him being in the shadow of Tony Stark. He will be on the run for most of the movie, trying to clear his name. Recently, we've heard some news about Sony doing a standalone Kraven film, after Venom and Morbius were so successful, and Kraven tying back into the MCU in a possible villain team-up. But now Marvel is name-dropping another big name, Norman Osborn. We were wondering when the Green Goblin and Oscorp would appear in the MCU, and this may be it. Sources say that in the original cut of Far From Home, there's an end credit scene that introduced Norman Osborn as he was assembling the Sinister Six, but unfortunately, that never made it to the final cut. Only because at the time, Marvel Studios was uncertain about how long they'd be sharing Spidey with Sony, so they shelved Osborn indefinitely. With Disney and Sony working out a deal that will have Spidey jumping in between Spider-Verse and MCU, Norman Osborn is said to do the same, appearing here and there in future films. But Osborn will be a huge part of Phase 5 as he leads the Dark Avengers. We know he was all over the comics, appearing in Spider-Man, Dark Avengers, and many other comics over the years. So we'll know more as Spider-Man 3 approaches, July of next year.